Good evening. Tonight we're talking about a cherished American myth that everyone everywhere is thrilled to see us. But lately, more countries are tightening their borders, and Americans are feeling it. That little blue passport isn't the golden ticket it once was. The world's finally noticed we're the house guest who overstays, eats all the snacks, and asks for the remote. In 2025, it's not a hint. It's a full-blown, don't let the door hit you moment. Countries that once rolled out the red carpet are now rolling it up. This isn't just a geopolitical trend. It's affecting real people, digital nomads, retirees, and dreamers. So what's really going on? Is it us? Is it them? Something is definitely shifting. Tonight, let's look at 7 countries where Americans are being shown the door. Let's start with New Zealand, a country that once seemed like the ultimate sanctuary for those seeking a fresh start, far from home. For years, it was the dream destination for Americans hoping to escape chaos and find peace. But now, New Zealand is tightening its borders like never before. The government has raised visa requirements, demanding more skills, more money, and a genuine, compelling reason to be there. It's no longer enough to simply want a new life. The accredited employer work visa has become a bureaucratic maze, with higher skill and wage thresholds that leave many applicants lost and frustrated. Residency is no longer a given. You must now prove you're a net positive for New Zealand society, contributing in ways that truly matter to the country's future. Even long-term expats, who once felt secure, are facing intense scrutiny and uncertain renewals, unsure if they'll be allowed to stay. The message is clear. New Zealand isn't a backup plan or a fantasy escape for those looking to run from problems elsewhere. They want specific skills, real expertise, and people who can fill critical gaps, not just anyone with a U.S. passport and a dream of a better life. The bar is higher than ever, and many Americans are discovering that the path to residency is now out of reach for most. The dream of retiring to the Shire, of living out a peaceful life in Middle-earth, is fading fast for all but a select few. New Zealand is carefully managing its population growth, prioritizing sustainability and quality of life, not handing out golden tickets to anyone who asks. For many, the doors to Middle-earth are closing, and the reality is setting in that this chapter may be ending. It's a tough reality check for those who thought they'd found their forever home, forcing many to reconsider their plans and dreams. The sign now reads, "You must be this skilled and this wealthy to enter." The Middle-earth dream, for most, is slipping away. Japan, a country where the ultra-modern collides with the deeply traditional, creating a unique tapestry of culture and innovation. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the tranquil gardens of Kyoto, it's a place that has long fascinated the world. For years, Americans and other foreigners have flocked here, drawn by opportunities for work, the allure of Japanese culture, and the promise of adventure in a land both familiar and mysterious. But now, the doors are quietly closing. Japan is making it much harder for foreigners to stay, even for those who have built lives here. Long-term visa renewals, once a routine process, are now met with intense scrutiny and a growing sense of unease. Immigration officials are asking tough questions. Could a Japanese person do this job? And looking for any reason to deny extensions. If the answer is yes, your days in Japan may be numbered, no matter how long you've called it home. Even expats who've lived in Japan for years, speak the language fluently, and pay taxes are now facing grueling interviews and a cloud of uncertainty over their future. The government claims it's about cracking down on visa fraud and protecting local jobs, but many see a subtle shift toward quiet nationalism and a desire to preserve Japan's unique identity. Anxiety is rising in the American expat community. Stability is gone, and every visa renewal now feels like a gamble. The sense of belonging is fading, replaced by worry and doubt. Japan still welcomes tourists with open arms, but is far more selective about who gets to stay and build a life here. For many, the dream of a long-term life in Japan is slipping away, replaced by the reality of packed bags and tearful goodbyes. Social cohesion and a homogeneous workforce are now the government's priority, as Japan seeks to protect its traditions and way of life. Even the world's politest societies can quietly close the door, leaving outsiders on the threshold. The message is clear. We've enjoyed your company. We'd like our country back now. The era of easy entry is over. For Americans, the land of the rising sun is set, casting long shadows over once bright dreams. Welcome is wearing thin, and the future for foreign residents has never felt more uncertain. Now the United Arab Emirates, land of luxury, ambition, and endless opportunity. For decades, this glittering oasis in the desert has drawn people from all over the world, promising a lifestyle few could imagine elsewhere. For years, Americans thrived here, lured by tax-free salaries, lavish perks, and the chance to live large in a city built for dreamers. The skyline became a symbol of their success, and the high life felt limitless. But now, the UAE is rewriting the rules with Emiratization, a sweeping policy pushing companies to hire more locals and reduce reliance on foreign talent. Quotas are rising fast, and Emiratis are given first pick for both new and existing jobs, making it harder for expats to compete. Americans are finding their roles made redundant as companies scramble to meet government targets, often with little warning or explanation. Work permit renewals, once a simple formality, have become a nerve-wracking gamble. Each year brings new uncertainty. The ministry is now scrutinizing every application. If a company's Emiratization score is low, foreign staff are the first to go, regardless of their contributions. The expat bubble is bursting. The high life was always conditional, and now the conditions have changed. The UAE wants its own citizens running the show, taking the reins of the economy and shaping the nation's future. For many Americans, it feels like a sudden betrayal, a sharp end to what once seemed like a golden era. The gold rush is over, and the party is for locals only. The velvet rope has come down, and entry is now by invitation. The desert dream is evaporating, fading into the heat haze as the city's priorities shift. Americans who helped build the UAE's success, engineers, managers, visionaries, are being told their services are no longer required, their chapter closing. The message is clear. Thanks for coming. Now it's time to go. The era of golden handcuffs has ended, and a new chapter begins for the UAE and its people. Next stop, Spain, land of sunshine and siestas. Spain was a haven for American retirees and digital nomads, thanks to easy visas and low costs. But now, the Spanish government is cracking down. The non-lucrative visa is harder to get and renew, with stricter financial requirements. The digital nomad visa? A bureaucratic labyrinth, slow and confusing. Americans are buried in paperwork, facing vague rejections. The core issue: locals blame expats for rising rents and gentrification. Tourism phobia is on the rise, and Americans are seen as part of the problem. Authorities are using bureaucracy to slow new arrivals and push some out. Renewals are denied, applications stall. The message is clear. Spain isn't your cheap playground. The bar is higher, and the welcome is colder. The Spanish dream is turning into a headache. If you want to stay, be ready for more scrutiny and less hospitality. The siesta is over for American expats. Let's talk about Canada, America's friendly northern neighbor. For years, it was the go-to escape hatch for Americans. But Canada is facing its own housing crisis and public pushback on immigration. The government is introducing quotas and caps, making popular programs like express entry much more competitive. Even highly qualified Americans are being left out. Flagpoling, renewing permits at the border, is being shut down, and overstays are punished with bans. The system is less flexible, more rigid, and Americans are caught in the crosswalk. The casual, "I'll move to Canada" threat is now a lot harder to pull off. The Great White North is now the Great White Waitlist. Rejections come with a polite, "Sorry, but the message is clear." Canada isn't America's backup plan. You'll need more than a shared language and a dream to get in. The door is closing, gently but firmly. Canada is prioritizing its own needs. Joining the club just got a lot tougher. Now, Thailand, the land of smiles and expat dreams. For years, Americans thrived on cheap living and endless visa runs. But the Thai government has cracked down on long-stay tourists and digital nomads. Immigration officials are denying entry to those with a history of back-to-back tourist visas. The message: a tourist visa is for tourism, not a backdoor to residency. Long-term visas now require more money, health insurance, and mountains of paperwork. Many Americans are suddenly locked out, forced to abandon their lives overnight. Thailand wants to attract wealthier retirees and skilled professionals, not budget nomads. The era of living in Thailand on a shoestring is over. The party's ended, and the price of admission has skyrocketed. The land of smiles is now the land of scrutiny. If you want to stay, you'll need to pay and prove your worth. The easy expat life in Thailand is history. Paradise now comes with a long list of requirements. Finally, Australia, land of sun, surf, and g'day mate. Once a top pick for Americans seeking adventure or a new life, Australia is tightening up. The government is slashing immigration, and Americans are feeling the squeeze. Skilled worker visas now have stricter criteria and a much shorter list of eligible jobs. If your profession isn't in high demand, your chances are slim. Student visas are harder to get, with higher financial requirements and fewer post-study work rights. Even the working holiday visa is under more scrutiny. Australia is less interested in cultural exchange, more focused on protecting local jobs. Visa rejections for Americans are rising. The country is aiming to have net migration, and everyone's affected. The laid-back attitude is gone. Now it's all about the numbers. The message: we're full, g'day, now go away. For many Americans, the Australian dream is out of reach. The door is closing down under. So there you have it. From New Zealand to Spain, the message is clear. The world is changing for American expats. The era of the all-access American passport is fading. Countries are prioritizing their own citizens and economies. Moving abroad isn't impossible, but it's harder, pricier, and demands more planning. The dream of just packing up and starting over is being replaced by complex visa hurdles. If you're planning to move, stay updated, do your research, and have a backup plan. The world is still out there, but it's no longer holding the door open. The easy expat life is ending, and it's time to adapt. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts below, and good night.